Welcome to our program, Coach-to-Coach. Today's guest is Elaine Wright. Elaine is a clarity coach working to transform people's lives. She studied quantum physics, traditional Chinese medicine, neurogenesis, hypnosis, EFT, CBT, NLP, and in her own words, heaven knows what else. Elaine and I have been collaborating to create her latest program, How to Overcome Stuckness and Frazzle, which is now available, and the reason we're getting together here today. Thanks for joining us today, Elaine. It's so nice to see you.
Thanks, Greg. Lovely to be here.
So the way I like to start these is to ask the question, what first sparked your interest in creating this webinar?
Yeah, I guess what sparked my interest in creating this webinar came from having absolute clarity of my own mission and life's purpose, which, by the way, was one of the ways that helped me getting unstuck and to do this webinar in the first place. So my mission and purpose is to help as many people as possible, especially those who are feeling stuck and frazzled, to have absolute clarity on where their experience is coming from and gain an understanding that this experience is coming from their own moment-to-moment thought-generated perceptual reality. So I thought, well, what better way to help more people world over than making the information available on the World Wide Web via a webinar?
Yeah, there is no better way, in my opinion. So tell us about this webinar and who it's for and how it will help them.
So it's for anybody, all those people, individuals, professionals from all cultures and all walks of life who want to rid themselves of that feeling of stuckness and to gain momentum and to step into who they really are. Because I believe it will at least give people a sense of where to start. And I very much lean into the idea that you can never really be stuck. And it is indeed your own present perceived reality that appears to be that way, which I think is kind of hopeful in a sense. And hope, as we know, when we have hope, it's going to reduce any feeling of helplessness, going to increase your happiness. It reduces stress and improves the basic quality of our lives.
Elaine, can you share some examples of how coaching has helped you or your clients overcome stuckness and frazzle?
Yeah, I guess I myself am my biggest example. See, I was stuck not knowing what to do with my life or my work for about 15 years. You could say, and a song comes to mind, Jackson Browne, I was running on empty. And anyway, from there to building my own beautiful coaching business, recreating wonderful relationship with my friends, of course, but in particular, a wonderful relationship with my daughter, making new friends, new colleagues, connecting back to old friends and living in a place that I love. I mean, what more could I want? And I have, by now, after 10 years in working in this area, I've got many examples of clients who in some way have left their past behind and they're very unworried about what the future will bring, and just getting on with their lives. So, I've got examples of people who've started doing the things they love and are making a profit doing it. Some have regained their health. Some have even relocated. And some are in exactly the same place, in the same job, with the same family and the same friends. But the one thing that I see and that they all have in common is that they're all much happier, much healthier, less anxious, and more fulfilled human beings.
Wonderful. If there's one thing you'd want people to know about overcoming stuckness and frazzle, what would that be?
Just the one thing I'd want everyone to know is that you don't need a new skill set or something to practice hard at for 100 days in a row, like some dog training conditioning exercise. You just have to be willing and open to see through to yourself, the real you. And, because the place of happiness, confidence, capacity, or even a propensity to movement, if you will, resilience, wisdom, clarity, peace of mind is actually already within you. You just need to see it for yourself.
I love it. So how can people find out more about this webinar if they're interested?
Oh, well, if we need to find out more, I guess just check out the site, coachingplease.com, and you'll find all the links in there. Visit my personal site, which is elainecoaching.com. Or if you want to just connect with me directly, just drop me a line at elainecoachwright@gmail.com.
Terrific.
There you go.
Well, Elaine, I got to tell you, the process of working with you to build this webinar has been so much fun for me. And I don't know, this morning when I woke up knowing we were launching this today, I felt almost giddy like a kid at Christmas, except I'm not the one unwrapping the gift. Whoever signs up for this webinar will be unwrapping the gift. So, but anyway, it's been so much fun going through this with you and collaborating, putting each of our unique expressions together to create something that I think will help a lot of people. So I appreciate all the efforts you've made to bring this to people, and I'm sure it'll bear fruit for them.
Yeah, and I can't thank you enough, Greg. The truth of the matter is that never mind the purpose and mission sort of thing. The truth is, Greg, that I couldn't have got this thing out there without you. So the merit really for me is yours, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure. Cool. Well, we'll encourage everyone to go check out the webinar, and we'll see you again soon on the next episode of Coach-to-Coach. Thanks, Elaine.
Thanks, Greg. Bye.
Bye-bye.